Namo Tassa Bhagavato Arahato Samma Sambuddhassa. Namo Tassa Bhagavato Arahato Samma Sambuddhassa. Namo Tassa Bhagavato Arahato Samma Sambuddhassa.
Today we would like to continue Anapanasati meditation. In our last Dhamma, we discussed Anapana meditation up to first jhana stage, full absorption stage. Today, we would like to explain how to discern jhana bhedas. If you want to discern jhana bhedas, first you should try to re-enter first jhana at least more than 1 hour. We would like to suggest you, if you maintain your concentration more than 2 or 3 hours, at that time only if you reflect jhana bhedas, it will be better. But if you want to reflect jhana bhedas, at that sitting, at least you should re-enter first jhana up to 1 hour or more than 1 hour. When the nimitta is very bright, concentration is very strong, at that time emerging from jhana, you should discern interior of your heart. In which area? Where the Bhovenga mind state rests. What is Bhovenga mind state? What is Bhovenga? They translate Bhovenga as life continuum. The meaning of Bhovenga is there are 2 words, Bhava and Anga. Bhava means existence, Anga means cause. The cause of existence. What is the meaning? If there are no mind states, we will die. Not to die because of previous karma. This Bhovenga mind state rises between 2 cognitive processes. If you see, or if you hear, or if you smell, if you taste, or if you feel tangible objects, or if you are thinking, at that time, eye do cognitive process, ear do cognitive process, nose do cognitive process, tongue do cognitive process, body do cognitive process, and mind do cognitive process, respectively rising and passing away. Between cognitive process, if there is no mind state, then we will die. So previous karma produced this Bhovenga mind state between 2 cognitive process, not to cease the continuity of mentality. Because of previous karma, this Bhovenga mind state arises. But this Bhovenga mind state rests on your heart base. If you can discern 4 elements systematically in your heart, you cannot see your heart, you can see a group of small particles called kalabas. If you analyze these kalabas, there are 6 types of kalabas. Among 6 types, 1 type of kalaba is heart decade kalaba. If you analyze this heart decade kalaba, there are 8 types of materiality such as earth element, water element, fire element, wind element, color, odor, flavor, nutritive essence, life faculty, and heart base. Bhovenga mind state rise depending on this heart base. Every mind consciousness, manovinyana, also arise depending on this heart base. If there is no mind state, if completely mind state stop, this is the death stage. We call you will die at that time. So not to die or not to break down the series of mentality, previous karma produce this Bhuanga mind state. First, you should try to discern this Bhuanga mind state if you want to discern 5 jhana bhadas. For beginners, it is not easy to discern this Bhuanga mind state. But they can discern the brilliant and transparent element produced by this Bhuanga mind state. Every consciousness which arises depending on heart base can produce mind produce kalabas. In each kalaba there are 8 types of materiality, such as earth element, water element, fire element, wind element, color, odor, flavor, and nutritive essence. Among these 8 types, color is bright. Again, among these 8 types of materiality, there is fire element. That fire element is called Uddu temperature. That temperature also can produce new kalabas. In each kalaba there are also in the same way 8 types of materiality. Among 8 types, the color of this materiality also brilliant and bright. Depending on the power of wisdom faculty which is associated with Bhuanga mind state. When the wisdom faculty of Bhuanga mind state is strong and powerful, the brilliant light will be very high. The power of wisdom is, when the power of the wisdom is high, the light of the Bhuanga mind state is also will be very bright. Combination of these 2 types of color becomes brilliant and transparent element. But that transparent element is usually around the heart. Beginners, if they want to discern jhana bhadas, first they should try to see or to understand this transparent, brilliant transparent element produced by Bhuanga mind state. Metaphorically, this brilliant and transparent element is also called Bhuanga or Mindo, Manodhara. If you want to discern this Bhuanga Mindo, first you should try to re-enter your first jhana for about 1 hour. When nimitta is very bright, the light of wisdom also very bright at that time, emerge from that jhana and quickly please pay attention in interior of your heart. You will see this Bhuanga mind too. But you should try to discern this Bhuanga mind for few seconds only. If you discern for a long time, then your heart will become painful. If you can see Bhuanga mind within few seconds, it is okay. If you cannot see them, please go back to your Anapana Pratibhaga Nimitta and please concentrate on the Anapana Pratibhaga Nimitta. Please re-establish your first jhana concentration. Imagine from first jhana concentration, then you should discern again Bhuanga mind state. Bhuanga Mindo. In this way, if you try again, then you will be able to discern Bhuanga Mindo, which is transparent and brilliant, like mirror. If you can discern this Bhuvanga mind, then please re-establish your first jhana again. Imagine from first jhana, you should try to discern Bhuvanga mind in the same way. At that time, you will see your Anapana Patibhaga Nimitta counterpart sign also appear in your Bhuvanga mind. If you can see, if you can differentiate Bhuvanga mind and Anapana Patibhaga Nimitta counterpart sign, at that time you can discern jhana patterns one by one. If you want to discern jhana patterns, please re-establish your first jhana concentration. Imagine from jhana you should try to discern Bhuvanga mind and Anapana Patibhaga Nimitta together. Then you should discern Vidaka, application of the mind to the Anapana Patibhaga Nimitta object. If you can clearly see Vidaka, the application of the mind to the Anapana Patibhaga Nimitta object, then please go back to your Anapana Patibhaga Nimitta again. Please re-establish your first jhana concentration again. When the light of wisdom is very bright, at that time, in the same way, you should try to discern Bhuvanga mind and Anapana Patibhaga Nimitta together in Vichara, sustained application of the mind to the Anapana Patibhaga Nimitta object. If you can discern easily, then please go back to your Anapana Patibhaga Nimitta again and re-establish your first jhana again. When the light of wisdom is very bright, then in the same way you should try to discern Bhuvanga mind state and Anapana Patibhaga Nimitta together. Then you should try to discern Piti rapture. Rapturous mind to Anapana Patibhaga Nimitta object. If you can clearly discern Piti, then please go back to your Anapana Patibhaga Nimitta object and re-establish your first jhana concentration again. Imagine from first jhana, then in the same way you should try to discern Bhuvanga mind and Anapana Patibhaga Nimitta together, and then please discern Sukha, happiness feeling. Happiness feeling of Anapana Patibhaga Nimitta object. Then if you can discern Sukha easily, then please go back to your Anapana Patibhaga Nimitta again. And then re-establish your first jhana concentration again. When the light of wisdom is very bright, at that time, in the same way you should try to discern Anapana Patibhaga Nimitta and Bhuvanga mind together. Then please discern Ekagata, one-pointedness. One-pointedness of the Anapana Patibhaga Nimitta object. Altogether there are 5 jhana patterns. If you can discern 5 jhana patterns one by one clearly, then please go back to your Anapana Patibhaga Nimitta and then re-establish your first jhana concentration again. When the light of wisdom is very bright, at that time, imagine from first jhana you should try to discern in the same way Anapana Patibhaga Nimitta and Bhuvanga mind. At this time, you should try to discern 5 jhana patterns together. If you practice again, you will be able to discern 5 jhana patterns together. If you can discern 5 jhana patterns together, then you should continue to practice 5 masteries. What are 5 masteries? Among 5 masteries, reflecting jhana patterns, they divided into 2 parts. Ahojana Vasi and Pichavakana Vasi. If you can discern 5 jhana patterns together very, very quickly, these 2 masteries are included. When you are discerning jhana patterns, your mind or advancing consciousness also can discern 5 jhana patterns. In the same way, your impulsion, jhana, mind consciousness also can discern these 5 jhana bhadas. If you can discern by your mind or advancing consciousness, these jhana bhadas, it is called ahojana vasi. If you can discern by impulsion, jhana, mind moments, these 5 jhana bhadas, this discerning knowledge is called Pecha Vakana Vasi. So they divide into 2 parts. For beginners it is not easy to differentiate. This is Ahojana Vasi or this is Pecha Vakana Vasi. These jhana bhadas are discerned by mind or advancing consciousness. These jhana bhadas are discerned by impulsion, jhana, consciousness. But if you can discern very quickly these jhana bhadas within few seconds, it is enough for you. It is not necessary to differentiate. These are discerned by mind or advancing consciousness, or these are discerned by impulsion consciousness. Another mastery is Samabhijana Vasi. Whenever you want to enter into jhana, then you should try to enter into jhana. Another is Udhana Vasi. Whenever you want to emerge from jhana, you should try to emerge from jhana. Then another one is Dhyana Vasi. If you decide strong determination for 1 hour full absorption, you should try to enter into full absorption stage 1 hour. If you do dhyana, strong determination, for 2 hours, you should try 2 hours. If you do strong determination for 3 hours, you should try to enter into full absorption stage for 3 hours. Usually we would like to suggest you to establish your first jhana concentration for about 3 hours. Every sitting for consecutive 3 days or 1 week. If you had practiced like masteries of first jhana, if you want to go to second jhana, then at least you should re-establish your first jhana concentration about 1 hour. Imagine from first jhana full absorption stage, you should reflect 2 disadvantages of this first jhana. Number 1 is the nearness of the enemy of hindrances. Number 2 is the grossness of 2 jhana bhadas, Vidaka and Vichara. What is the nearness of hindrances? When you practice Anapana meditation systematically, before you re-establish your first jhana concentration at excess concentration stage, at that time only 5 hindrances cease temporarily. So, excess concentration, upachara samadhi, in full absorption, concentration, jhana, apana, samadhi are very close to each other. Because of this reason, 5 hindrances can attack this jhana very easily. Because of the nearness of 5 hindrances. This is one disadvantage. Another disadvantage is grossness of Vidyaga and Vichara. Vidyaga is obligation of the mind to the Anapana Paribhaga Nimitta object. Vichara is sustained obligation of the mind to the Anapana Paribhaga Nimitta object. If you do not apply your attention to the Anapana Brihvaga Nimitta object, your concentration will fall down. This application of the mind to the Anapana Brihvaga Nimitta is one type of grossness of mentality. If you want peaceful, very powerful, high concentration, this is very gross. Because of the grossness of this jhana bhadas, because of the grossness of these jhana bhadas, it is very easy to fall down. Your bhajana can easily broken because of hindrances and grossness of this vitaka vichara. So these are two disadvantages. You should reflect these two disadvantages, and then you should reflect another one advantage. One advantage is piti, sukha, ekagata. Piti, rapture, sukha, happiness feeling, and ekagata, one-pointedness. These three jhana bhadas are very quiet, very peaceful, which is the jhana bhadas of the second jhana. So, after reflecting the advantages of this second higher jhana, you should concentrate on your Brihvaga Nimitta. Okay, but that reflecting must be for few seconds only. If you reflect for a long time, then your Anapana Brihvaga Nimitta will disappear, because of concentration is not on Anapana Brihvaga Nimitta. So please reflect within very quickly. Within few seconds, if you can reflect, then please concentrate on Anapana Brihvaga Nimitta again, with the intention to remove gross two jhana bhadas, vitaka and vichara. But usually for many meditators, while they are concentrating on the Anapana Brihvaga Nimitta again, then they may re-establish their first jhana again. But at that time, imagine from first jhana, while they are reflecting jhana bhadas, they will see clearly vitaka vichara, application of the mind and initial application of the mind and sustained application of the mind to the Anapana Brihvaga Nimitta object becomes gross. They will see clearly, and then piti, sukha, ekagata, these three jhana bhadas are very peaceful and very quiet. After reflecting in this way, they should concentrate again on the Anapana Brihvaga Nimitta again. When they concentrate Anapana Brihvaga Nimitta again, very soon full absorption will arise. That full absorption may be second jhana. If it is second jhana, they will understand vitaka vichara, two jhana bhadas disappear. And then piti, sukha, ekagata, three jhana bhadas only remain. At that time, you may reach second jhana. If it is second jhana is clear, then you should reflect jhana bhadas. Disani, Bohenga, Mindo, and Anapana Brihvaga Nimitta together. When you are discerning jhana bhadas, if you see three jhana bhadas only, then you should try 5 masteries in second jhana. After practicing second jhana, 5 masteries of second jhana, if you want to continue that jhana, then you should reflect the disadvantages of two disadvantages of second jhana and one advantage of that jhana. Two disadvantages of second jhana and one advantage of that jhana. Two disadvantages are, number one is This second jhana is close to the enemy of first jhana. It can easily fall down to first jhana very quickly. This is one disadvantage. Then another is, please reflect jhana fetters. PD rupture is gross. If you have a lot of PD, then you cannot concentrate well on your nimitta, Patibhaga nimitta. So because of this reason, this PD rapturous mind is also gross. Because of the grossness of this PD, this jhana also easily can fall down to first jhana. These are two disadvantages. Then you should reflect one advantage. Sukha and ekagata. Sukha, happy feeling. And ekagata, one-pointedness. These two jhana fetters are very quiet. This is two jhana fetters of the third jhana. After reflecting in this way, with the intention to remove gross jhana fetta PD into a day, that jhana which has two jhana fettas, sukha, happy feeling, and ekagata, one-pointedness. You should concentrate on your Patibhaga nimitta again. At that time, very soon full absorption may arise. For many meditators, this full absorption is, especially for beginners, this full absorption is only second jhana. Imagine from the second jhana full absorption, while you are reflecting jhana fetters, at that time you will see when you are direct knowledge, PD is very gross. And sukha ekagata is very quiet. At that time, with the intention to remove gross fetta PD to a day that jhana which has two jhana fettas, sukha and ekagata. You should concentrate on your Patibhaga nimitta again. At that time, very soon, full absorption will arise. That full absorption may be that jhana, which has two jhana fettas, sukha and ekagata. Happy feeling in one-pointedness. You should try to discern these two jhana fettas by discerning your Bhuanga mind and Anapana Patibhaga nimitta together in the same way. If you can discern these two jhana fettas, then it is sure you attain that jhana. After that, you should try this that jhana and the 5 masteries of this that jhana. After practicing 5 masteries of that jhana, if you want to go to 4th jhana, you should re-establish your that jhana concentration about 1 hour. Imagine from that jhana concentration, you should reflect 2 disadvantages and 1 advantage. 2 disadvantages are, number 1 is, please reflect PD. Please reflect, this jhana is close to the enemy second jhana of PD. Then please reflect, sukha is gross. If you feel any object happy, then that happiness is also gross manner. Gross manner of mind. Because of this reason, it can easily fall down to second jhana. Then you should also reflect 1 advantage. 1 advantage is Ubbekha ekagata, 2 jhana fettas, which are the 2 jhana fettas of 4th jhana. These 2 jhana fettas, Ubbekha is equanimity. Ekagata is one-pointedness, equanimous feeling. These 2 jhana fettas are very peaceful and very quiet. Then after reflecting in this way, you should concentrate on your Patibhaga Nimitta object again. While you are concentrating on your Patibhaga Nimitta again, very soon full absorption may arise. For beginners, this full absorption is usually only that jhana. Imagine from that jhana full absorption, while you are reflecting jhana patterns, at that time you will see sukha is very gross. Ubhagga ekagata is very quiet. At that time, with the intention to remove gross pattern, sukha, happy feeling, and to attain fourth jhana, which has two jhana patterns, ubhagga and ekagata, equanimous feeling in one-pointedness. You should concentrate on your Patibhaga Nimitta object again. At that time, very soon full absorption will arise again. That full absorption may be fourth jhana. If it is really fourth jhana, then your breath at that time will stop completely without remainder. If it is sure, you should try 5 masteries of the fourth jhana. After practicing 5 masteries of fourth jhana, if you want to practice other samatha meditation subjects such as 10 kasinas, 4 sublime avoidance, etc., you can do. But if you want to go to vipassana, then you can also practice vipassana. How you should practice vipassana, we will discuss in our next talk. So if there is any question, then you can ask.
Yeah, I've already received some questions. The first question is, Sayadaw, you said that during the subtle long or short breath, it is dangerous to try changing to gross breath. Please elaborate on the dangers. Thank you. The meditator said that he said the Sayadaw said that when the breath is shorter, when the breath is shorter, it is very dangerous to make it gross. Why?
When your concentration develops further, your breath becomes subtle, it is very good. Why? When your concentration develops further and becomes mature or deep enough to produce nimitta, when nimitta and breath unify together, at that time you must try to concentrate on your nimitta. While you are concentrating on nimitta, if your breath becomes gross, then there will be usually 2 objects, nimitta and gross breath. Sometimes you may pay attention to nimitta, sometimes you may pay attention to gross breath. If there are 2 objects, your concentration cannot develop further. Because of this reason, if you try to make the breath gross, it is very dangerous for you. You cannot attain jhana.
The second question is the nimitta to always first come out from the nostril? Must the nimitta have to first always come out from the nostril?
Because of different perception from different area, nimitta may appear for different meditators. But usually, if nimitta comes from outside up to the nostril, such type of nimitta is not stable. If they concentrate on that nimitta goes away slowly. So because of this reason, their concentration decreases slowly. Because of this reason, they should wait and see the breath only. When the breath becomes nimitta, it becomes stable. Why? Breath is always present. When you are breathing in, breathing out, breath is always present. If you are breathing always, then breath will be always. If the breath becomes nimitta, that nimitta also usually becomes stable. So because of this reason, we usually suggest meditators to wait and see only just breath. When the breath becomes nimitta, at that time only they should try to focus on the nimitta.
The third question is crystal clear water or crystal clear glass Patibhaga nimitta or advanced light of wisdom? Is crystal clear water or crystal clear glass? Is this glass like crystal glass? Is this Patibhaga nimitta or just advanced very high level light of wisdom?
Maybe you should try to make sure the Patibhaga nimitta. Patibhaga nimitta is usually mixed together with your breath. This is one important point. Another important point is usually it becomes transparent, but there may be different color because of the perception of meditator. Different color means ruby color, yellow color, etc. Shape also may be different because of perception. When perception change, the color and shape of form change. So because of this reason, we usually suggest not to pay attention to the color and to the form or shape. So like morning star crystal color or glass color is for many meditators only. For some meditators, other different colors and different brightness also possible, such as ruby color, etc.
The fourth question is, in this life, we renounce everything and practice very diligently. And this life we attain the highest jhana, Arahant. Then what about our past bad karma? Do we still have to repay those bad karma? Thank you.
If you practice diligently up to the attainment of Arhat stage, it is very good. Very good means your Arhat path knowledge will destroy completely without remainder all defilements, including attachment to the any existence, bhava tanha. Karmas can produce when they are supported by attachment to any new existence. But Arhats, they have no attachment to future existence. So because of this reason, they are wholesome karmas or unwholesome karmas which they had accumulated in this very life before attainment of Arhat stage or in previous life. They cannot produce any result. Why? There is one seed, matured seed. If you burn with fire, inside the potentiality will be spoiled. When there is no potentiality, this seed cannot produce any new tree. In the same way, when attachment to any new existence completely destroyed, this is the potentiality to produce new existence. If there is no potentiality, there are wholesome karmas as well as unwholesome karmas which they had accumulated before the attainment of Arhat stage in this very life or in previous life. They cannot produce any more new existence after parinibbana, final cessation. So please try to attain Arhat.
The fifth question is, when I concentrate, no, it's not me. When the yogi concentrate on the tip of the nose, and slowly he enters into samadhi, and the breath become very subtle, and later she can't see the body anymore, but she see only a gold ring as big as high as his height, very big gold ring. But then he can still be aware of his surrounding. The only thing is that to regain his bodily sensation, to be able to be aware of his body again, it takes a very long time. It takes about 10 to 15 minutes. Is there a way whereby he can emerge from the samadhi more quickly?
Maybe. If he can concentrate on the breath object without seeing any part of his body, it is very good. If he did not see body, then he can maintain his concentration for a long time. But if he did not know anything, including breath, this is not good. If he did not know others, but he knows only breath, it is very good. If he can maintain this concentration for a long time, very soon nimitta and mind will stick together. Only if there is only nimitta and mind, then it is very good. If he can maintain this concentration, very soon nimitta will appear. On that nimitta, if he can concentrate, he can attain jhana, full absorption stage. In this case, nimitta and breath must unify. But nimitta is another, breath is another. They are completely different things. Then that meditator should not concentrate on that nimitta. He should continue to concentrate only breath only. But if he does not see the breath, only just concentration, this is not good.
The sixth question is, no matter how he sits, there's always knowing. Knowing is always there. If there is knowing, that means there is self, the atthasanya, the perception of self. Then he asked the Sayadaw how to remove the perception of self.
What does he know? This is important. Knowing which object knows. If you know, there must be something to know. We, in our Buddha's teaching, knowing is not self. Knowing is not just knowing only. This is only wisdom, faculty, not atta, not self. So because of this reason, knowing which object, that object may be self. Maybe, for example, this is who? This is Pausero. If you know this is Pausero, this is perception of atta. That perception of atta is one type of conventional truth. According to conventional truth, he says this is Pausero only. This is also called perception of atta. But there are especially Hindus, they believe there is self, atta, which atta cannot be destroyed. Such type of perception of atta is very strong. When we may die, but this atta never die. It will change from one existence to another existence. In this way they believe. Such type of atta can remove only by Sodapati path knowledge, stream and Dhara path knowledge. So if you practice Vipassana systematically, if you become Sotapanna string, 1R, then this such type of anta-deity, wrong view will disappear. Next we will next Dhamma talk we will continue the other questions. Today let us stop here. Sharing it. Idame Bonya Aswakaya Waha Hodu Idame Bonya Nibbanasa Vachayo Hodu Idame Bonya Sabba Sadhana Vajema Tesabe Mesama Punya Bhaga Labandu Sadhu Sadhu Sadhu